So this is going to be a discussion of Costume Quest. I recently started playing Costume Quest, and I finished the main game and I'm working on the DLC right now. And I have to say that I really like it a lot. It's one of those games where you kind of wish that you played sooner so you could kind of talk to other people about it when it first came out. It's one of those games where I feel like it was made for me, you know? It feels like it has enough of a challenge mechanically for seasoned players, but at the same time, it has that childlike wonderment that I don't see very often in good games anymore. I was always that kid that really wanted to have superpowers. I was that kid that really wanted for his life to become this wonderful adventure where he gets swept into this really dangerous situation and he finds out that he's the chosen one and he saves the day. And you know, all of his friends happens to be his companions that also have superpowers. Costume Quest captured that feeling really well. I thought it was so interesting about just how simple the idea of Costume Quest is, but how nobody has really done it before. Being able to embody your character, you know, being able to embody your costume. Like it was living like such a wonderful, beautiful fantasy that I think a lot of nerds and geeks have. The way that they do it is so empowering too, you know, like it almost felt like it was telling me that all of the wonderful childlike qualities that you have in yourself, they're not invaluable. They're not superfluous to you anymore. They're not superfluous to you even at your age. Because I am fortunately not a teenager anymore, even though I would like to think that I am, and I act like one. It's just a wonderful celebration of being a kid, liking to play pretend. I can see theater people being really into this game. I can see actors and performers and artists being very interested in this game. It kind of also captured the reason why we like Halloween. That you get that, you know, conventions aside, you get to, you know, wear a costume and you get to see what it's like to be someone different. You get to dress it in a way that it's normally not acceptable to dress sometimes. And how, you know, and how there is still a value in, you know, all those cheesy kid action shows, that there's value in them in that they encourage kids to be good, you know? They encourage them to fight evil and to always be kind and gentle. My only critique of it is that I have gotten a little bit burnt out on the mechanics. Because the way that monsters act is so limited, you kind of already are able to figure out what your ideal team is, you know, and you adjust that team little by little as you get more and more costumes. But you eventually just have one team set in stone and you never bother changing it because you know that your battles are going to be easier with that specific team. For me, my specific team was, I think it was it was ninja, robot, and knight. Because I always had the knight throw an egg to immobilize one enemy, because that always helps a lot when one enemy cannot take an action. And then I had the other two for dealing damage. And I also put the black cat, the dodging ability, on my ninja because it had the least HP, but it could hit the hardest with its regular attacks. And so that was basically my formula for winning it, and it worked out pretty well for the majority of the game. And so I'm taking a break from Costume Quest. I'm gonna come back to the DLC maybe when I feel like I've taken enough of a break, I guess. because it does get repetitive, and I definitely see it being about the same in Costume Quest 2. I would eventually like to play it though, because I just really like the concept a lot, that, you know, that kids can be heroes. It's bringing to reality everything that all the fantasies that I've had as a kid, you know, like there being a dimension that nobody else can, that adults can't see anymore. And I just think it was so adorable too, of how the parents just look so dumb and like, you know, with the beady eyes and like the big nose, and how they're just so oblivious to everything. Like they don't have that sense of childish wonderment anymore. They don't know how much these kids are struggling. And, you know, obviously what I said, it actually turned into it turned into a metaphor of, you know, how, you know, sometimes adults are so into their adult lives and so busy being grown-ups that they have a hard time seeing about, seeing kids struggle, because sometimes that struggle doesn't seem real to them. I don't know if that made any sense, but you should check out Costume Quest, because it's really good. Okay, bye!